Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name is Fred Wheeler and today I want to talk about being prone in Dungeons & Dragons 5e. Combatants often find themselves lying on the ground either because they have been knocked out or because they throw themselves down onto the ground to make themselves a more difficult target to see or to make sure that they can't be seen at all. In the game, the prone condition can be found in Appendix A of the Player's Handbook, or you can look on page 190 of the Player's Handbook and it gives you some details on how being prone works. So if you want to drop prone during your turn, that doesn't use any of your actions or your movement. You can just do that. So deciding that, say, the wizard will drop prone. When the wizard drops prone, they're more difficult to actually see because they're now lying down behind an altar so that the huge wolf can't get to them, or the rune wolf. Now if the wizard wants to stand up, that particular wizard needs to spend half of their movement. Now their speed is listed on their character sheet. The wizard's speed is 30 feet, which means they have to spend 15 feet to actually stand back up again. So the wizard stands up using 15 feet, which is fine. Now if you do not have 15 feet or half of your speed left to actually spend to stand up, you can't stand up. Or if you've used all of your speed or movement up during your turn, you can't stand up because you must spend half of your speed to actually do so. Let's say this is a new round and the wizard decides to drop prone again, and this time instead of standing up they decide they want to crawl. Now you can crawl if you want, but you must spend 1 extra foot of movement for every foot of movement that you use, which basically means you have to crawl at half your speed. So if the wizard has dropped prone, they've used none of their speed up, they've still got 30 feet of movement, they can use that, they can crawl, but that means they can only crawl 15 feet with their speed. So if they spend up all of that, they can. 15 feet. 1, 2, 3. 15 feet, and the wizard is able to crawl out of line of sight. Okay, there are a number of situations when being prone is a good idea. Now, while you're in combat, being prone is a bad idea because if you are prone, say the cleric in this case drops prone because they get hit by a heavy blow and are knocked unconscious, any creature, in this case the wolf that's attacking the party, they get to basically have advantage on their attacks as long as the attack is made within 5 feet of the creature that is down. Say for example the ranger here decided to shoot at the cleric, their attacks, their ranged arrow attacks, would have disadvantage because if you're shooting at a prone creature that is down, you have disadvantage on your attacks, not advantage. While you are prone, the only type of movement you can really use is crawl or stand up. Another situation that will come up is if the cleric who is currently down in front of the rune wolf becomes conscious and has their turn, any kind of attack they make while prone has disadvantage on the creature they are fighting. Now they have to stand up before that disadvantage is lost. Now there are some advantages to staying prone if you are knocked down. And the reason being, if you are down, hopefully the monster doesn't know that you are conscious and doesn't continue to attack you, but there's no guarantee. Okay, that's pretty much everything on being prone in the Dungeons & Dragons 5e game. If you found this video helpful or informative, please share, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make a comment below if you have any questions on being prone and I will do my best to answer those questions. Until next time, keep rolling those 20s.